Uh, yeah. Uh, Greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen, once again. My name is L.A.M Wisdom, your inspirational speaker, and I'm highly inspired and also motivated to always come your way to talk about everyday things, everyday statement, everyday sentiment that goes around us, that comes to our ears and our faces every now and then, and we trying to dip deeper into the understanding of such statement um, or things that we hear. It's been like normally in our ears, but trying to find out how impactful they are, and getting to have a different lens and perspective of how it affects our lives. So today also I want to talk about a virtue. I mean, it's quite an interesting topic, from ages, from time in memorial. Every generation, every age has come to have an encounter or an experience or the need for such a virtue. And this virtue I'm talking about today is loyalty. And I want to ask a question that if you are to die for someone, if you are to die for a cause, if you are to die for an agenda, an ideology, a philosophy, if you are to die for somebody, for a business, or for something in peculiar, who and what would you die for? Because it is not easy even dying for your own self. Talk less of dying for someone else. And L.A.M says that it gives her strength. It gives her strength that she fight for other people. It gives her strength when she fights for other people. And to a greater extent, killing for those people. It gives her strength. So it made me to ask, why would somebody choose to die for somebody, die for someone, a cause? At least if you gain strength, that is satisfaction in your own relative way. But why would you go to the extent of dying for somebody? And when I asked myself this question, I began to get deeper understanding of when I did a research on that. And I realized that in Japan, there is a belief, a faith, a religion, let's use that way, that are very, very, very conscious about loyalty. And they believe that loyalty supersedes every virtue. Loyalty is the basic of everything. So I asked myself, then what is loyalty that means so much, a lot to some people? And the dictionary tells me that loyalty is an unhinging allegiance. An allegiance. Let's say it's a devotion or a commitment, faithfulness to someone, either a government, either a political party, a political ideology, a country, a human being, a religion, a deity. It is swearing in your allegiance, an unhinging one, an unwavering allegiance, that you are totally devoted, committed, you are faithful in all dealings to uphold and to the extent becoming a martyr for that agenda, philosophy, ideology, religion, or a person. So it means you sell out. It means you lose all your faithfulness. You lose all your interest. you lose all your virtues, you lose all your benefits in replacement of that person. That is, you give everything out, you forgo everything, you put everything behind you, and nothing about you seems to make any importance to you than that particular person you said before you, or that particular ideology. So people in time past, the world wars, people tried to die. Not they tried, people died for ideologies. Somewhere on the communist side, somewhere on the socialist side, some on the capitalist side, a whole lot of ideologies, the Marxists, you see. So people put these things before them, and it didn't matter to them their lives, even if they lose it. So I see loyalty as a virtue which goes beyond your personal interest, an individual's personal benefit. You don't find any pleasure in that, but the only satisfaction you find is that you are fighting for something that you think would not individually satisfy you, but for the good of many, for the good and for the purpose that may not be seen now, or may be seen now, but does not in actual terms mean beneficial to you alone, but to someone or to something. So loyalty, if we're talking about loyalty, it is a strange topic now that per my understanding is like you are selling your soul. You are declaring a total allegiance. You're giving everything out, that nothing about you means anything to you but that thing you've sworn allegiance to. That is why the army of every nation demands total devotion, commitment, total submission of every individual that comes into the army. So you lose your civilianship, you throw it away, but for the cause of the nation. So you are willing to die, not for yourself, because you are loyal to the army and to your country. You are loyal, you sworn allegiance, you've even gone to the extent of giving your soul to that cause. That is how deep loyalty is. Ladies and gentlemen, then my question comes that, okay, so now, if loyalty means giving out your all to something or to somebody, you work with the person, you defend the person, you defend the ideology, you defend the philosophy, you even go to the extent of dying for that religion. That is how serious loyalty is. So my question is, if we understand loyalty and we are willing to die for somebody, something, a cause, without not here to discuss the worthiness of that person or that thing or the ideology or religion, my question is, who are you dying for? Do you have somebody you are dying for? Do you have an ideology you are dying for? Do you have somebody, something that doesn't give you that individual satisfaction and benefit and importance, but because of the general good of others, you're willing to throw out your life for that thing? Throughout ages, you've seen religion, you've seen countries that have sworn allegiance to other countries or religions. We've seen people who have sworn allegiance to supremacists, to leaders, and they went ahead to die for. Not because that thing dying for would serve them any personal benefit, but for the good of that person, for the good of his idea, for the good of what is on the table, for the good and the collective future they want to build. So my question is, Who are you dying for? Do you have someone you would want to die for? If you don't have, not everything in this world should matter or should concern or should be beneficial to you. Sometimes you've got to do it for someone. You've got to find somebody to die for. You've got to find an ideology to die for. Not because it gives you benefit, but the satisfaction is that you are building a collective future out of. Ladies and gentlemen, my question still holds. Who and what are you dying for? Thank you. My name is still L.A.M Wisdom, your philosopher, your inspirational speaker, a Pan-Africanist. I believe the greatness of Africa is yet to come. And I am in and I am for Africa. And I believe in myself that the brilliance and the intelligence of the African people is going to make Africa a better place to live. Thank you once again for opening your heart and your minds to me today. I'm not gone. I'll be right back. Same time, your screens. Keep in touch on all social media platforms and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Who are you dying for? Thank you. See you.